Hey, here we go, BattleRap.com. End of Double Impact, New York City. We're in the corner of 15th and 4th.
Yes.
Introduce yourself, first of all.
Yes, E. Beasley, URLTV.tv. And this is the infamous video with E. Beasley wearing Norbs' jacket. Okay, I was freezing. I left my hoodie down. I had a Rookies and Vets hoodie. Somebody picked up my hoodie. Poof, took it off. So this is the gym.
Yeah.
I didn't get it back, so I was out here freezing. I'm about to take this dumbass jacket off until the interview's over.
Okay. Yeah. This is your intimidating with your muscle shirt on there. There we go.
What's going on?
So, there's so many things I want to talk to you about, but let's talk about the event first, because obviously that just happened. From your eyes, was this a smooth event? It had its little hiccups, it's big hiccups,
But it's hip hop.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's hip hop. So anytime you're dealing in a certain situation, you're gonna have certain little occurrences that take place. The good thing about it is that, even though it was a scuffle, there were no like actual punches,
Right.
like someone connected, because that's when you just can't stop it.
Yeah. The most physicality that I saw was you somehow doing Stretch Armstrong your arms around 30 people and clotheslining half of the stage back. It was pretty impressive.
Passion, man. That's passion for what I work for, man, and what we work for. I hate the stigma that people think that people fight at battle rap events.
Right.
I mean, there have been some isolated events over the years in various leagues. But the key thing that people have to remember, people fight every night in regular events.
They fight everywhere all the time.
So if, out of 7 years, you might have 2-3 little scuffles, it's not a bad thing. So I just wanted to erase the stigma.
In 5,000 battles.
And I just, it's disheartening that, it had to happen. But, nobody got seriously hurt. No one got slashed, cut, stabbed. We were able to regain composure.
The night's still early.
The venue opened the doors 40 minutes late, undue to us. Nothing to do with us, nothing to do with our timing. They were understaffed and underprepared. So cut into the time at the end of the night. They were petty. They were late 40 minutes, but didn't want to give us 3.
Right.
So
does that sour your relationship with Irving?
No. It's cool.
Good.
We'll figure it out. We'll have a talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm just letting people know so they don't think that it was due to us making a delay, you know what I mean? Because what happened was they opened the doors at 1:39 as opposed to 1. Then they're saying start the show. I'm not gonna start the show with 800 people outside and 50 people on the floor. It's not fair to the people that came and waited online to see the battles. So
Absolutely. Did you see the battles yourself?
some of them.
What were the highlights that you saw?
Man, that 2-on-2 is that gun titles NWX shit.
Fire.
I'm so mad about that not happening. I'm gonna have to find a way to fix that and make it happen. Maybe in a small room or something. I don't know. It's still early, but that shit was great.
Yeah.
I was pretty impressed with all the battles.
Rock and Surf's chemistry was phenomenal, really. And I thought
I like more of one. Plus McCody
and Quest did great. That's the biggest reaction I've seen them get in forever.
They've never had that probably in a New York audience. They've never had that in New York audience, period.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a milestone for them. I know they were apprehensive about, they're not apprehensive, but they were a little worried about people maybe not receiving them. And that was the thing that was going around.
They told me, they said that they felt going into the battle that they were already around down.
Nah, the shit, they were there. They were right there. I would love to do something with them again.
It's good incentive, and then also I thought Briz, Rossine, and T-Top had really great chemistry as well. Those I felt were the standouts. I didn't see everything, from start to finish.
That was good, man. But I mean, overall, I'm happy. Another event. I got another event May 21st.
Yeah, May 21st.
Yeah.
Sounds like Gnome territory.
Crazy. Yeah, I'm debating right now if it's gonna be Gnome or something else.
Okay, a new brand.
Theme that I want to do for Gnome.
Okay.
And I just have to make all the pieces of the puzzle come into play in order to make it that. If I don't, I still want to deliver something around that time period because people are accustomed to seeing it. Until I might be possibly trying to push Gnome back to a later date.
Okay.
In the year. So
plus
I didn't do Rookies versus Vets yet. I did Double Impact instead of Rookies versus Vets because I'm just starting to get the wheels rolling with the newer guys. So I didn't want to just throw them onto the stage. And I want it to be at the right time. It has to be right. You can't just do it just to do it. You know?
Agreed. And I think that I'm glad to hear you say that because organic cut World Domination 5. Like they took a year off, whatever it was last year or 2 years ago, and it was kind of like, why force it? You know, we've seen what happens when you try to get guys who aren't motivated, who aren't prepared, who don't have enough time to prepare on that stage, and the end product is not good. So I think it is good to be like, well, what's the landscape right now, and what can we get? How can we like get the best content out of what's available, what's whatever. I came here. You know, you did an interview with Alex at the Queen of the Ring event.
Yeah.
You said some harsh words
Right.
About me throwing coffee in your face
That
and
you did throw coffee in my face.
and I was gonna
act like you didn't throw the coffee
I
in
was
me?
gonna confront you, but then I saw the video of you and the heavy bag. And at first I was like, that's got to just be Anderson Silva. But no,
man.
it's Beasley kicking ass and
Trying, man. I'm old, man. I gotta keep it together.
What? So what, you train? How does that work?
Nah, I mean, I've trained off and on for years, you know what I mean? But like, I usually try to resolve things peacefully, you know what I mean? You don't ever really hear me get into any like altercations unless it's just breaking something up. I'm on some chill shit. But I just like it, you know, just as a sport. I've always trained in martial arts since I was young.
Okay.
So like, I've always like, you know, just try different things and just see what I like.
Do you compete?
Oh no, I don't compete.
Okay.
I get killed out there. These guys kill me, man. But I wasn't really some crazy MMA guy or anything. I trained. My background was in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and submission wrestling.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That was like my, you know, that's like what I've trained the most with. You know what I mean? I trained.
Isn't that Silva's? Doesn't he do Brazilian as well?
Yeah, he's Brazilian. He does Jiu-Jitsu, but he does Muay Thai. Okay. I've trained that too a little bit, but you know what I mean. Like that was what I trained, and that's more. They had like competitions for it, and I've competed in some of the competitions, but that's not where the guys are actually punching, and that's just half of what UFC is. Like half of it is like the grappling and the wrestling part, and then the other part is the striking part. So I just dibbled and dabbled in a little bit of both, but more so in the grappling part.
Interesting. And then final question, Mook Hollow. I know Mook recently said in an interview that he was interested in taking Hollow. I know that you guys have been asked about it. You've been talking about it. Smack was saying that he'd like to set it up. I mean, everybody wants you to set it up. It's the battle.
It's the battle. That's the battle of the century.
But then it's like, after that battle, what's left?
That's why we making new guys. That's why we got the proving grounds.
Yeah.
I saw you guys on BattleRap.com. You guys posted up a couple of matches.
All of them.
With some of the new dudes.
Yeah, the Blue Easy Reaper Rel. We did a Reaper Rel interview. Mike P, obviously, and Tink. All those guys. Every proving ground battle that you guys drop makes it to the site and gets attention from us, because that's important.
Keep building and supporting the new people, and everybody should just watch everything and just critique it, say it sucks, but just watch it so that everybody can know who to weed out, who to build up. Right. And building them up at the right time and the right speed, you know. So I think we got some new guys coming. I mean, it'll take time, but if everybody pushes behind it in one easy sweep, I think we can always develop new talent and make the next big guys. It's kind of hard because the original guys are so iconic in terms of how they were introduced to the world and how this form of battling came into fruition. So when you have these guys and they were the staple for so many years, where battles weren't being done like they're being done now. Like every week there's a battle, there's an event. These guys were battling once every 2 years. So and then you heard about it, you didn't really see it, so it's kind of legend, and then it grew, and then you saw it and you loved it and you watched it for 2 years, and you got to sit with it. So it kind of puts them on a pedestal that separates them from the average guy coming in, because these battles are commonplace now. They happen all the time.
Absolutely.
Where they didn't really happen back then. There was a few people who were highlighted that were doing it, so they kind of got that legendary status. So now when you have guys who are the last of these legends who are in this position and they battle, it's like, oh man, what's next? What could be better? But I think we just have to open our minds and just try to get good battles.
And that's the other thing too, is that it takes a long time to make a legend. You can see talent, but legend stuff comes from like epic performances, from performances where everything happens right, where something crazy happens that like leads to that performance being even crazier, where like you get more narratives, where you get like grudge matches, rivalries, like all that kind of stuff, builds those stories that build these characters. And I think that that's a challenge in the fast moving battle rap scene that we have now, where it's like everybody's good until they have a bad performance, and then it's like, get him out of there.
Yeah, they're like,
and,
one bad performance, get them out of here.
Yeah.
One league has something happen, it's over, that's it. There's a sense of finality in all forms of the culture because it is so new and it's so raw, and the people that love it are passionate about it. So sometimes they think like, if one thing happens, that it's over.
Yeah.
So like, you know, if a fight breaks out here, boom, it's over.
Right.
No, it's never gonna be back. Like I remember when we had our situation with Math, Hoffa, everybody said it was over. Then they had the situation with Disaster, everyone said King of the Dots over.
Right.
No one's going anywhere, man. People can fight, you can have a bunch of fights. As long as we believe in it, get another venue and keep putting the battles on, they're gonna continue to go.
Yeah.
You know?
That's it. With all, you know, with battle rap across the world, there's cancellations, there's scuffles.
People cancel world tours. Big artists like Rihanna, you know what I mean? Like, she decided to cut the second half of the European tour.
Right.
Things happen,
That
but it
would
doesn't
end
mean that
the
they're not gonna
battle
do
rap world
more
would go
music.
crazy if that.
Battle rap,
Yeah.
look, you know, URL said they're not doing Summer Madness and this one and that one, and King of the Dot side that they're not doing Blackout or whatever. They'd be like, everybody, it's over.
Yeah. But it's all, these issues are inevitable when you're dealing with, these people, and like you had 20 MCs on stage from different parts of America, and they're all, not all of them, but many of them are like not that easy to like get on the stage at that second. But the final thing I'll say to you is it's all about how you pick up the ball and then run with it. So getting the battle canceled at the end sucked, but here you made it happen in front of 20 guys on the corner in New York City. And the footage will be out. Yeah. So well done. We'll end it there. Beasley.
Always a pleasure, man.
Great to see you.
Man.
Thank you. I wish we could just like go have a beer now.